Yasu Malagedo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. The Super Mario Brothers movie. Do 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 do.
What is this place?
That mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we got the movie poster for the new Super Mario Brothers. And just today, we got the new Super Mario Brothers trailer. And I gotta say, both of them, so far so good. But why do we have to wait so long for all this? I mean, obviously, I'm gonna do a review when the movie finally comes out April 7th, 2023, 2 days before my birthday. That's how I know there's a God. Finally, my Greek Orthodox heritage is finally paying off. Koros Nesti. And I know this is going to be an early gift for me, and I got a good feeling about this movie. Unlike the last one, 1993. That was a crazy year. We all know that. We all know that this wasn't the first attempt at a Mario Brothers movie. Okay, ever since then, Nintendo's taken a long ass break just to, let the stink clear and, make sure we actually get a good movie this time, I mean, that seems to be the next trend of things coming up, with the success of this two Sonic the Hedgehog movies. Hopefully, this will be a new trend. This will be the next, big thing like the superhero movies, coming out the last, 20 years. So maybe we'll see a whole bunch of new video game movies. Mario, maybe Zelda, maybe Mega Man. Who knows? The sky's the limit. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Okay? So, like I said, the trailer came out today. We're all very excited because us Mario fans have been waiting a very long time for this. And like always, I like to go to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, and give you a little bit more information about what is going on with the Super Mario Brothers movie. Why Wikipedia? Mario would. The Super Mario Brothers movie is an upcoming computer animated adventure comedy film produced by Illumination in association with Nintendo and will be distributed by Universal Pictures. It is the third feature film adaptation of Nintendo's Mario video game franchise, following the anime film Super Mario Bros. The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach, which was released in 1986, which everybody always forgets about. Yeah, I remember seeing a little bit of that back in the day. Yeah, it was all right. I mean, it was kind of like the cartoon, same animation, whatever, but a lot of people always forget about that. You can find it somewhere. Who knows? This thing called the internet, I'm sure it's on there. And the Hollywood live action film Super Mario Brothers in 1993. As I mentioned before, listen, they all can't be hits, okay? I mean, this movie was basically something between trying to be a kids movie and please adults at the same time, for the step parents that had to bring their kids, to compete with their mother's love, and we all lost. Okay, let's just be honest. Okay, it wasn't what we were expecting. Adults didn't like it, kids didn't like it. It's got a few cheap laughs here and there. You can see many facts about it online. How the cast just got drunk between takes. Dennis Hopper did it just so he can get his kid shoes, and then his kid said, well, I didn't need shoes that bad. You know, it's a whole fucking thing. So, you know, it is what it is. But the film is being directed now by Aaron Hovart and Michael Jelinek from a screenplay by Matthew Fogel, and features an ensemble voices cast including Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor-Joy, Charlie Day, Jack Black, Keegan, yeah, that's how you say it, Michael Key, Seth Rogen, Fred Armisen, Kevin Michael Richardson, Sebastian Maniscalco, Calco, yeah, he's a funny guy, and Charles Martinet. There you go. So they got, you know, this time they're doing it right. They got the animation down. Everything's all good there. They got the cast, you know. They're not fucking around this time. They know this is the last chance, you know. If not, they got to wait another 50 years, you know. And then by then, I don't know, PlayStation and Xbox will completely take over, you know, not like they already have already. But I'm just saying, you know, now Nintendo sold as more of a family, you know, thing, station, whatever there. And who knows, in the future, are we going to even use systems? People say, like, why are we using it now? Just play everything online. It's a whole thing, you know? I don't know. 64, they still used cartridges. It was a mistake. Even back then, even I knew that. We'll get into that another time. But the point is, you know, no more fuck-ups this time. Okay, they got to actually make sure they do this shit right. And, you know, so far, they're off to a good start. So that's good. After the critical and commercial failure of the 1993 film, that's putting it really lightly, Nintendo was reluctant to license its intellectual properties for film adaptations. Now, for those of you who don't know, for some reason they sold, I think, the rights for something like $3 million or something to this other company, and I don't know. Like even back then, that was nothing. I mean, it didn't. Nothing made any sense. I don't know. It just, you know, it was the '90s. It was a different time. I mean, basically everybody profited from doing dinosaurs except for Nintendo. So I don't know. Mario creator I always fucked up this guy's name, and I love this guy. He is a god to me. Shigeru Miyamoto. There you go. Got it. That's it. He's the man right there. If you don't know who the fuck this guy is, just stop listening to this podcast right now. Do your research, okay? All my 3 listeners, you have the permission to stop this and just keep going, okay? And then come back to this later if you want. It's up to you. I'm not getting paid for this. Became interested in developing another film when Nintendo was bringing its older games to the Virtual Console service. And through Nintendo's work with Universal Parks and Resorts to create Super Nintendo World, he met the Illumination founder Chris Meledandri. By 2016, the two were discussing a Mario film, and in January 2018, Nintendo announced that it would collaborate with Illumination and Universal to produce it. Production was underway by 2020. On October 6th, 2022, which is today, I believe, a teaser trailer for the film was shown via a Nintendo Direct. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is scheduled to be released in the United States on April 7th, 2023 by Universal Pictures. And there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, so far, all we have is the poster that was released a few days ago and the trailer, which was released today. So, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to talk a little bit about the poster first and then the video. Let's keep it civil. So, you see the poster here, on top there, it says Nintendo plus Illumination. Okay, they're definitely proud of this one. Okay, like I said before, they sold the rights, in 1993 to the other one. You're not going to see any, Nintendo signs or whatever logos. Not going to happen. So they want to make sure that this one is abundantly clear that they're both in charge of doing this one. So my first thing, or the thing I noticed looking at this poster is it's extremely colorful. It looks great. It stands out. It just stands out. It looks really good. And obviously the second thing is that you don't see what Mario looks like, okay? You got the brown shoes. You got the blue overalls. I'm not gonna lie to you. I assume he had back pockets back there, for the wrenches and all that shit. He doesn't have the belt. Not that he had the belt in the game. I'm just saying. So, maybe he left that shit behind. Whatever. He's got the white gloves, red shirt, red cap, brown hair, the big ass ears. So that's good. So it looks so far so good. Looks like Mario. We don't know the front yet, but we will in time. And of course, you see all the different Toads there. You got the main Toad there, who has got the white and red dots, who I always associated with being the red Toad. He's ready to go on his backpack there. I tried to make out some of the patches. I can't do it. I got LASIK. Even I can't see this shit. But he's just welcoming him to the world of the Mushroom Kingdom here. And of course, you got some stores. You got the antiques there. You got the I don't know. It seems to be one of the fish huts there, whatever. But yeah, it looks really good. Like I said, I could dissect every fucking thing, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not that big of a nerd. I'm just looking at it, and it looks pretty good. So if the animation looks like this, I'm good. I'm a little disappointed that there's not more details. Again, I don't know who the fuck these, it looks like ladybugs, red, yellow, and blue. Like I said, I'm more of the older school. I'm going to expect a lot of Nintendo and Super Nintendo references in this, I would like to see that. I'm sure they're going to obviously have 64 stuff to please the millennials and whatever. Yes, I am aware that I am a millennial, but again, it's like calling Steph Curry black. Technically you're right, but I don't know. It's just, yeah. Yeah, so it looks good. Other than that, obviously it's just they call it a teaser poster, whatever, what the fuck that means, who knows? They're just teasing us, with these simple little things, and I gotta say, it looks pretty good. The animation looks awesome. Like I said before, they know they can't fuck this up. If they fuck this up this time, holy shit, forget it, And they know this could be the next cash cow for Nintendo. If this movie hits, the sky's the limit, okay? And if this movie does hit, I'm telling you, Chris Pratt is going to be a billionaire by the time 2030 hits, okay? He's already in the Schwarzenegger family. No. And, he's got what? Jurassic Park, Lego, Guardians of the Galaxy. Then he'll have this. I'm hearing a rumor that he might be the new Indiana Jones in the future. Who knows? It's between him and Bradley Cooper. I heard that somewhere. Don't quote me, okay? I'm just saying. You never know. The sky's the limit for this guy, okay? But looks good. I got to say, the poster looks really bright. It gets your attention, and, it's kind of, we're almost seeing it through Mario's eyes. We're just all taking this all in. We're seeing the castle on top there, and yeah, so far so good. You got the little island there, the waterfall. That's cool too. Yeah, I think they know that 64 was a big, or Mario 64 is a big deal, for at the time. Me personally, I'm not gonna lie. I've done top 10 lists for Nintendo games of all time, Super Nintendo. I haven't done one yet for 64 because I can't even name 10 games that I liked on the system. To me, it was a failed system. Yeah, I said it. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. It had some good. The best game on the console by far was Mario Kart. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Once you had those 4 controllers all hooked up, whatever, it was awesome. They teased us back in the day though with those Super Nintendo 4 connectors, whatever, with the controllers. Apparently, you could only play one game with it or something. It was stupid. It was pointless. So once they had that with 64, it was awesome. I skipped school all the time. You can tell it definitely didn't affect my the way I say the English language. But the point is, it was a really fun game, and that was a highlight for me for 64. But I know a lot of people do like Mario 64. Me personally, I'm more the older school. I like more Mario, 2D instead of 3D. I can never grasp that. I don't know. I just couldn't get the hang of that. It's okay. Don't get me wrong. But I still prefer my Mario in 2D. So that's it. I can't really say much about this poster. I'm not gonna look at every fucking bush here. That's what he said. And just dissect everything. Bushes, mushrooms. I don't know. Maybe they're compensating for something. The point is, overall, it looks great. It really does. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they're going to release. I don't know, maybe, other characters, obviously weapons, maybe another scene. Who knows? Just like I said, we still got I don't know, at least another like a little over 6 months till we get the movie. So I mean, who knows what we're gonna get till then? I know someone tells me those Christmas toys are going to come out right before Christmas, so that at least they can cash in on that. Money, money, money. But other than that, it looks great. It really does look pretty good. So I'm quite happy with the poster, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else they will add later. So, as for the trailer, okay, so I should have known this waking up this morning. I heard about it, then you forget about it, and then, I don't know, you watch other shows, and you just lose track. And then, obviously, you go on YouTube, it's going to be there. It's going to be probably the number one thing trending, in the next day or whatever. People are already making their comments on it, and I'm like, you know what? Let me put in my 2 cents. Let me give something to my 3 listeners, and let me just, put in my 2 cents and, tell them, hey, do I like it? Do I not? Why not? I like to think I'm a Mario expert at this point in my life. So, yeah, I watched it, and I got to say, I thought it was pretty good. Not bad. Overall pretty good. I mean, it starts off with, a shot of the, looks like the kingdom there, on almost like an ice land or something. It almost reminds me of, like a Wizard of Oz kind of thing. I mean, that's what the Mushroom Kingdom always kind of reminded me of. Like, it was very bright, very, I don't know, maybe like it came from that. Who knows? I don't know. If I had a podcast, I'd do more research. But the point is, so far so good. So then it shows this like big thing, whatever, just dropping from the sky. I don't know, it was an asteroid or a marshmallow, I don't know, who knows, but it just drops, and I've heard of stories of that happening in real life, not just the movie Armageddon. That's what we're gonna do, save the world, send some drillers up there. That's it's realistic, but I still enjoyed that movie. I'm not gonna lie, it's more of a guy movie, but anyways, a good cast of people. Bruce Willis, I hope you're doing better. By the way, I heard Bruce Willis is doing a whole face thing now. He gave the rights away to his face or something, and then now he can, now they can put his face in any movie or something. I mean, that's, who knows, man, that's the way of the future. I mean, Brando said that years ago. He had his face computerized, but I don't know. Who knows? I mean, maybe every movie in the future is going to look like Mario. But anyways, I mean, they tried that with Final Fantasy, the movie, and that sucked. But anyways, so the thing drops from the sky here, and it's I get it. It's kind of like already telling you like heaven versus hell. You know what I mean? Like, it's raining fire. It's like, here comes the bad guy. You're like, all those fire starts coming in, and right away you do see the ship. Bowser's ship, or King Koopa, or whatever your generation wants to call it. I don't know, it's either way, you're right. It doesn't matter. He's still a demon with horns. Like I said, it's almost like the heaven versus hell kind of thing here. So it's got the head like right in front of the ship there. I guess it looks pretty good. They drop the anchor there, which you can, get for yourself in Mario 3 if you want, if you have a certain amount of coins and a certain amount of levels. Do your own research. I don't know which levels. I forgot. Then they got the wizard dude here, who I always forget this guy's name. All I know is name's not important. The point is, this motherfucker. Listen, once Mario World came, and it was a pretty awesome game. Definitely one of my top 5 Marios of all time. But this motherfucker, I'm telling you, he would pop out of nowhere in those castles. You're walking along, and he'd use his wand, and the fucking blocks would disappear, and he had the fucking Slapshot Bubbles glasses here, and it's no wonder he couldn't see shit anyway. But he introduces Koopa there, and like I said before, the voice is done by Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek. I like Wizard Guy better, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, so this fucking guy was annoying in the game. I don't know. He seems to be annoying now, but he does a little good announcement here, to introduce Bowser here. You got all the Koopa Troopa soldiers there, just, waiting for his command. You got the flags out there, of course. They're all waiting for him to come in there. He comes in there, the fire stomps in there, and I got to say, right off the bat here, I mean, he looks pretty good. I mean, again, it's very reminiscent to, the older school design, which I'm really glad, by the way. I just think that was always the better version. I mean, I did grow up with that, animation and all that from, like, let's say Mario 3, 64-ish, whatever. But I think it looks pretty good. I mean, they didn't want to overdo it or nothing like that, I don't think. I mean, just, I don't know, stick with what works. So, I don't know. I got to say, I think it looks pretty good. They're showing a couple of the Koopa Troopas there. Yeah, I forgot. Some of them did have an eye patch. One of them pulled the Michelangelo move in the first Turtle movie, ducked the head in the shell. That's cool. I respect that. Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. And then he speaks. And then you get to hear Jack Black, who is playing King Koopa. Now, I did a whole podcast about Jack Black once. I think he's fucking awesome. The guy is multi-talented. He's got a very good voice, not just for singing, acting and all that, but yeah, I mean, he could pull out the voiceover for sure. And I gotta say, he sounds good. It's not over the top. You can still sound tell that it is Jack Black, but he's got like a very good, stern voice there. It's nothing, too crazy, nothing like that. And yeah, so far, I gotta say, so far so good. So, and then all of a sudden these I don't know, these Smurf penguins come out of nowhere. I mean, I think these guys were in the later games. I don't know. They kind of remind me of Pengu. I don't know. I'm really dating myself here, but does anybody remember that claymation cartoon Pengu? I always thought he was French, but then he never actually talked French, and he'd always end up on French stations for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it was a Canadian thing. I don't know. But yeah, that's what these guys remind me of. And clearly they're, I don't know, they're not that bright because they just kind of go after Koopa there. And I don't know, they start throwing snowballs at him. And yeah, it's not really doing anything. It's like throwing a pebble at a mansion. They all can't be winners. But anyways, yeah, so, he's like, oh, the one little guy there, he's a king, and he's daring Koopa to bring it and whatever. And, of course, Jack Black does his thing and scares the shit out of all of them. The wizard, he just, bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bada bing, and that's it, Shoots out the fire, destroys the whole thing there, independent style. I mean, he didn't have to slap anybody. But anyways, so yeah, then he goes after the, the superstar, which is basically, I guess, the first weapon you've seen in this trailer. That's cool. I can respect that. I mean, you could go for the mushroom, you could go for, something else, but, the superstar, you get that. You are invincible. So hence, that is the whole theme there. So that's cool, and he's like, yeah, who's going to stop me, whatever. Again, Jack Black does a great job with the voice. Then all of a sudden, you see Mario just shoot out of nowhere there, land on a mushroom, another mushroom. And he just goes on the ground. He's okay. Don't worry. He's a strong Italian. It's all good. Then you get a good shot, finally, of Mario's face. Okay? And I got to say, I'm impressed. Okay? This looks great. This isn't over the top. This isn't... It looks great. Like, it does remind me of the older Mario, the way he looks. I think it looks great. Like, the mustache is good. Eyes good. The hat's good. Everything looks great. It's very simple, Yeah, yeah, like I said, so far so good. So I think it looks pretty good. How Mario got here, who the fuck knows? He fell out of the pipe there. I don't know, plumbing job gone wrong. I mean, who knows? I mean, in this economy, you got to take what job you can get. If you end up in another world, who knows? It's just, it's overtime. But yeah, he's just looking around, enjoying the whole atmosphere here, and yeah, kind of, again, we're looking at it through his eyes. First time we're seeing this shit too, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And then you hear Chris Pratt, who's playing Mario, speak, and I got to be honest with you. I mean, it doesn't sound like Mario. It doesn't sound like Chris Pratt. So I don't know. And let's be honest. As soon as you heard, we're all waiting for Chris Pratt to speak after all these months of hearing about the movie and all that. And I don't know, who knows? Maybe they're going to change it after, or maybe they'll see some reviews or something. Maybe they will change it. Maybe they won't change it. They're going to, maybe it'll be like the whole Sonic the Hedgehog thing. They got to fix his, fucked up Tom Cruise outsider's teeth there. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like Mario. It is Mario. Holy fucking shit! That it doesn't sound like that. It's I don't know. At one point, I was waiting for Chris Pratt to just put out his hand and just say, "No, dinosaur, no," or whatever. But it doesn't sound like either one. So I don't know. I guess he's all right. I guess maybe maybe he sounds more like Mario and he's jumping around and shit. I don't know. So far, the voice is it's okay. It's nothing. Like I said, it doesn't sound like Mario. It doesn't sound like Chris Pratt. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I don't know. Maybe they're still testing the waters on this one, and we'll see how it goes. So then he sees Toad there. Toad reassures him that these aren't shrooms. Don't worry. You'll be okay. And that voice by Toad is Keegan-Michael Key. Very funny guy. I've always liked this guy. He did a good job hosting Saturday Night Live last year. I thought that was pretty good. So, yeah, he does the voice fine. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't even hear him in that. So, I don't know. I thought that was a pretty good impersonation of Toad there. So, yeah. So, again, so far so good. He's like, hey, let me show you around. And then you get a good shot of, it basically looks like the movie poster again. And, yeah, it just kind of stops there, Oh, I forgot to mention this before. Like when he shot out of the pipe there, he kind of teased us with the music. Now it teases us with the music again as it shows the title, the Super Mario Brothers movie. And, of course, Nintendo, Illumination, got to put their names on there because they're definitely proud of this one for sure. Yeah, so far so good. And then it lists all the people in the movie there. And, we're all kind of wondering, like, that's it? And then all of a sudden we see Luigi there. And we don't hear him speak, but we hear him kind of, whatever, taking, going to the bar in Philly. No, I'm just kidding. He is running to the castle there. And as you can hear him screaming, you can hear a little bit of Charlie Day there, for sure. So you don't get an idea of, again, what he's saying or how he's talking like Luigi, but you do know it's him, for sure. He's getting chased by the turtle skulls here, closes the door, and then in cinemas soon. All right, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be our Mario fill until, my guess is they're going to release something probably before Christmas for sure. If not sooner, give us a little bit more of a tease. But, yeah, so here's my thing. I think they're definitely still, testing the waters with the voices. So you heard Chris Pratt, talk there. Didn't really sound like Mario, so they're probably, saying, again, they're probably waiting on a lot of us, like what we're going to say, and, YouTubers and all these people, because, everybody with an internet, has got a speaking voice. Hi. And, and again, with Luigi, they didn't really have him talk there, so, yeah, I think we're going to have to definitely wait a little bit more and see what's going to happen. So, I'll be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't hear what he sounded like as Mario or more with Luigi, but I'm sure that's, part of the teaser, with the trailer, just to kind of suck us in and, okay, let's hit you with the animation first. We're going to tell you what it's like, and I'll be honest with you. I think that everybody doing the voices, I think everyone's expecting Jack Black to probably stand out more because he has a very just animated voice. He's very, vocal in all his roles that he's ever done. He's always had a very distinct sound. So I'm not surprised that they went with him as more, being the main voice of this trailer for sure, because everyone knows that in the end, Mario is going to be the one, that has to convince everybody. So, But so far, so good. I mean, like I said, like I want to hear more about or what Mario and Luigi are going to sound like. But something tells me that will happen in the second trailer. So when will that come out? Who knows? Okay. We waited almost 30 years for another movie. We can wait a few more months for some new voices. So, you know, will he sound more Italian? Will he sound more like Chris Pratt? I don't know. It seems like every fucking thing this guy does, he's, just obsessed with dinosaurs. But the point is, so far, so good. I got to say. At least they nailed the animation. The animation looks fantastic. I think it's the same people that did Minions. I've never seen any of those movies. And yet I go up north to my parents' place, and they have cottage country. They have those like little gas containers outside. Somebody literally painted it yellow and just made it into a Minion. So it just tells you like how inspirational these movies are. So that's probably why they went with these guys. It looks like I've seen like clips and stuff. It looks pretty good, the animation. So there you go. So, but again, I think everyone's waiting for that, that Mario Luigi sounding voice, and we'll go from there. But so far so good. So no complaints, guys. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Is it me or Mario? I'm gonna sound like this. No, it's me or Luigi. I'm gonna sound like this. The last movie, I got the girl. Maybe Mario gets the girl this time. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a love triangle. Who the fuck knows? Look at me. I jump for joy. All right, that's enough. The point is, I want to see some raccoon tails. I want to see some tanuki suits. I want to see some firepower. I want to see some frog suits. That's a good one. That's a good one. And I want to see Mario in the Hammer Brothers suit. Okay? You guys got 6 months. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. But until then, I'm sure we will see more material on the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Look! Up the sky! Is it a bird?
It's a plane!
Now wait, Buster Space! It's